Hey everyone! Today I show you how to get Star Citizen running on Fedora Linux. All the links mentioned in this guide are available in the description as well as the commands, so don't worry about writing them down. Before we dive in, I want to mention the amazing Linux user group or LUG community. They maintain detailed documentation on GitHub and have an active Discord server where you can get help if you run into any issues. The community is incredibly helpful, and most problems you might encounter already have solutions in their documentation. So let's start with choosing a Linux distribution. While there are several Linux distributions that work well with Star Citizen, we're using Fedora today because it's one of the most recommended distributions. It has up-to-date packages and excellent maintenance, making it perfectly for daily use as well as gaming. Before we begin, don't worry if you're new to the terminal. When you see commands in this guide, you can simply copy and paste them into your terminal from the description. The terminal is just a text-based way to tell your computer what to do. When you see a command starting with sudo, it means the command needs administrator privileges. Your system will ask for your password. So installing the prerequisites. Let's start with installing Wine. On Fedora, this is super simple. Just open your terminal and type wine. If wine isn't installed, Fedora will automatically detect this and provide you with the command to install it. This is a feature of Fedora's package management system. It will recognize when you try to run a program that isn't installed and offer to install it for you. We'll do the same for Winetricks. Again, Fedora will help you install it if it's not already on your system. Once installed, Winetricks will open its configuration window. You can close this as well, as we won't need it right now. Installing the LUG Helper. I'm just gonna call it LUG Helper. I think that's a situation like GIF or GIF, and I'm calling it LUG. On Fedora, installation requires two commands. Let's break down what they do. First, this command enables the copr repository maintained by jackgreiner, which hosts the LUG Helper package. copr is Fedora's community repository system. Then, we have to install it. This installs the LUG Helper package from the repository we just enabled. Once the LUG Helper is installed, we just open it by searching LUG Helper. Then we have to select a pre-flight. As we said earlier, we want to install with wine and say yes for the pre-flight check results. It will have to do some configurations in your system. Then we just continue, install the default path, and we wait. You will have to be a little patient here. It might take a few minutes, but suddenly there will be a pop-up of the LUG Helper telling you it's finished and you can start Star Citizen via the RSI launcher icon. For the more experienced Linux users, you can add an alias for the SC launcher script in your bash RC, but the LUG Helper also creates a desktop icon, so you can just press super key or the Windows key, search for RSI launcher and enter, and it will launch. You will have to update it on first launch to version 2.2, depending on when you watch this video, and be patient, it will launch, just wait for it. I won't go too far into troubleshooting, as every PC is different and every problem is different, so I can't really do a whole collection of troubleshooting options for you. But if you have any troubles, just go to the Linux user group on Discord, or preferably go to their documentation and you will find most problems there. And that's it! Your Star Citizen installation is ready to go. You can now launch the game by opening the RSI launcher. And that was it. We installed Star Citizen on Linux. It's actually quite easy, and all thanks to the Linux user group and all the work that they've done with it. In a future video, I might cover some performance optimizations to get the best possible experience. But you have to tell me if you want that or if you need that. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing and liking the video, and see you next time.